entire Bible is about black people. Not only was Jesus black, but every character in the Bible seems to be black too. Yeah, Zephaniah and Jeremiah and Jebediah, those all aren't white people names, okay? And Jesus wasn't some tan, partially melanated Middle Eastern person either. I'm talking straight up black dude, okay? Even in the book of Revelation, when you get the vision of Daniel, he's describing someone with feet like burnt brass and white woolly hair, and we've got the deep running water voice with the red eyes, and you guys, he's black. The Jewish people are black people, like Kanye was right. And those people yelling at the park dressed in purple about black people being the real Hebrew Israelites, they're right, okay? Like, anytime you see the word Hebrew or Israelite or Jew in the Bible, in your mind you gotta replace that with black person. So, real Hebrew Israelites, they're right, okay? Like, anytime you see the word Hebrew or Israelite or Jew in the Bible, in your mind you gotta replace that with black person. So, the whole Bible's gonna make a lot more sense to you once you start reading it like that, but you need to let this get settled in your heart now before you get up there. So, I mean, they were literally whipping him on his way to get crucified, you guys. Crucifixion was a punishment, like, for slaves back then. Crucified, you guys. Crucifixion was a punishment, like, for slaves back then, and gladiators, and all the gladiators were black too. Did you know that? Like, you guys, he was sold for 30 pieces of silver. That was the maximum amount of money that a slave could be sold for. Oh, just coincidence? Above his cross, it says INRI. They were like mocking him. They were saying it says this is the king of the Jews. They're saying, like, here's the king of the black people. Look what we did to him. Why does the KKK burn crosses, you guys? The racist KKK. It's just black people.
But there you go. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get straight into this lesson. Salaki, I'm a little under the weather, but the work still must continue. But he got, the Edomite. We up to see him to be a Edomite. He could be a Jake. We don't know, right? But we're gonna go and say he's an Edomite, right? He got more understanding than most of our people do, right? And that's a shame, because our people should be on a higher level than they is, right? You got these heathens pretty much running circles around you in the understanding to a certain degree. Right? And we don't need these devils to validate us, but some of our people have to see these videos like this for them to register to them, right? Jeremiah 16 and 19. It says, "O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth." So this is going to be a prophecy that's going to fully manifest, right? This is just a small taste of this. The Gentiles, which means the other nations, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, "Surely our fathers have inherited lies." So everything that you've been taught, been a lie for the most, especially dealing with the Bible and so-called religion. It says they have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no prophet. So this so-called white Jesus is no prophet. It's an idol. It's an abomination. Let's go to that picture real quick. Salakia. All right, to the right is what our people have in their imagination as the Messiah. Right? We've been sitting here to liberate your mind off this devil. Right? And the Messiah, more accurate depiction would be to the man to the left, the so-called black man, which the whole world hates. Right? And you devils going to pay for everything that you did and that you continue to do. No one's going to get away. No one's going to get away. Right? Let me go here. I want to show you something real quick. Right? Let me get into this. And that image is a powerful enchantment and indoctrination on the minds of our people. Right? It says indoctrination. It says can be incredibly powerful. You hear this? I'm gonna read this again. It says indoctrination can be incredibly powerful. It can shape the beliefs and behaviors of individuals and entire societies. It can be used to create a sense of loyalty. So our people loyal to white so-called Jesus and belonging. Now people don't know who they are, so they assimilate to the so-called white man way. It says it can be used to create a sense of loyalty and belonging and to instill certain values and beliefs. Check this out. This heavy. It can also be used to manipulate people into believing something that is not true or to make them act in a certain way. That's what indoctrination is, man. Right? And they indoctrinated our people on this image. They told you this was your Messiah to the right. They told you this was your God, right? They gave you this personality. They gave you his character. Yahweh Shah was the so-called angry black man. And that's why you people are pushed back from the way we come across, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know the true nature of the Lord because you've been given this soft-spoken white boy, man, right? Let's go to this word indoctrination, right? So our people have been indoctrinated with this image, with Christianity, these sayings in Christianity, these beliefs in Christianity, right? It goes on and on. It says indoctrination. It says the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. You didn't question his image, right? You didn't question the origin of this image. Who is this guy? Where he come from? Salak, give me 1 second. All right, that's going to be from the next lesson. Salakia. 1 second. Trying to get to okay. Right here. Let's go look at some more of these images. Right? So this is where our people, God is. This is their savior in their mind. This image has been indoctrinated on you ever since you was a little child. And it was done on purpose. Right? Let's go here. This is the book of Luke 8:17. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, made obvious or clear to you. This whole Jesus name and that picture and the other images are lies, right? We making it clear to the elect of the nation of Israel to wake the F up. It says neither anything hid that should not be known and come abroad. So all this stuff was hidden knowledge, right? So that's why the so-called white man, when he go colonize, he bring missionaries to push his white supremacy, his Christianity. He make the people convert to Christianity or he put them to death. That's the history of this terrorist called the so-called white man, right? I'm gonna read some of this. It says June 22nd, 2020, Sean King tweeted, yes, I think the statues of so-called the white Europeans they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, right? It says, yes, I think the statues of the so-called white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of so-called white supremacy and always been. In the Bible, when the family of Yahushua wanted to hide and blend in, guess where? They went to Egypt, not Denmark. All right. I'm going to read some of this. It says, responding to the national call for removal of the Confederate flag, statues, monuments, and memorial, Sean King pressed things even further by demanding the removal of so-called white Jesus. The internet exploded as Christians throughout the United States proceeded to debate whether Yahushua was a symbol of white supremacy, and yes, he was, and is still used on our people to this very day. Right? It says arguments swirled around Yahushua's true ethnicity and the traditional white so-called European depiction of him, ultimately leading to a call for these lily white images to be eradicated. All right? But it goes on and on, you know what I'm saying? These lies are being broken down through truth. And that's why when this devil, all right, got his blessing, he fully went into his blessing. He destroyed and killed with the sword, which would be his weaponry, right? Now he got bombs bombs, nuclear bombs, technology with the drones, to drop missiles, all this, man. Let's go to this devil history. This the book of Genesis, 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father blessed me, even me also, O father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. So these devils would eventually take over the whole world. Pursuant to the book of Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Then going back to the book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 3 and 4, the wicked is Esau Edom. He has dominion over the earth at this time. It says 40, and by thy sword shall thy live. So I'm going to get into some more information. And shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou hast the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the Edomites were ruled with the sword. All right, they're ruled by violence, destruction, all right, colonialism, right, rape, rob, and pillage. The sword would be another way of saying weaponry, right? His weapons, his guns, his missiles, so on and so forth. It says during the European colonization of the Americas, forced conversion of the continent indigenous, which people that was already here, which were Israelites. It says indigenous non-Christian population was coming. It was coming, especially in South America and Mesoamerica, where the conquest of large indigenous polites like the Inca and Aztec empires placed colonizers in control of large amount of Christian, large non-Christian. So they forced, right, our people to convert over to Christianity. It's called forced conversion to Christianity. And their legacy, right, of this, what these devils have done, is still got our people indoctrinated to this very day, right? That's why they don't know if they coming or going. I'm gonna read this before I close it out. My voice kind of drying up. Salakia. It says indoctrination can be incredibly powerful. It can shape the beliefs and behaviors of individuals. This is so profound right here, man. Right? Because they gave you Christianity. They gave you all the lies of Christianity. They gave you the image of so-called Jesus. They gave you the image of how the Most High supposedly look. That's all a lie. They gave you an image of the so-called angels. They gave you images of the so-called patriarchs out of the Bible, the prophets. All that's lies. So as the so-called white man said in that video, you should start seeing the people that you're reading about in the Bible that look like so-called black people. All right, that's it. All right, call Hala Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rachak Kodash. Shalom.